Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Today is Friday, July 2 at exactly 4:49 in the afternoon. And I can see that all are here in our meeting for today. So, how's everybody?
Doing good, ma'am.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that all of you are doing good. Anyway, let's start our lesson. I have here sets of texts, and you just have to read it and take note of the underlined sentences. Are we clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Will you read the text A?
Ma'am,
Volunteers? Yes, Lizelle?
the weather is fantastic. I have just spent the entire morning working on the porch, and I'm looking forward to doing more of that over the spring and summer.
So what is the underlined sentence in text A, Lizelle?
I have just spent the entire morning working on the porch.
Thank you. So, will you read the text B? Volunteers? Text B.
Ma'am,
Who's that? Zarina?
when Jerry and I arrived at New Zealand, we immediately got out of the plane and headed for our hotel. The trip was very tiring. When I wanted to talk to Jerry, I've noticed that he had just fallen asleep.
Thank you. So, what is the underlined sentence in text B, Sharina?
Has just fallen asleep.
Thank you for answering. So this time, Zari will be Rihanna and Kyla will be Joanne. Are we clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Start reading.
Oh my gosh.
What happened?
I just seen a shooting star.
So what is the underlined sentence in conversation A, Zari?
I have just seen a shooting star.
Thank you. So this time, Lizelle will be Jeffrey and Kyla will be Skylar. Start reading.
Why is he so happy?
Because he has just passed the exams.
Thank you. So what is the underlined sentence in conversation B, Lizelle?
He has just passed
Lizelle?
the exams.
Thank you, Lizelle. So I asked you to take note of the underlined sentences, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So will you recite the underlined sentences in the text?
Kyla, ma'am.
Yes, Kyla.
First, I have just spent the entire morning working on the porch. Next, he
Okay.
has just fallen asleep. Next is I have just seen a shooting star. Last is he has just passed the exams.
Thank you. So now, what do you think is the time frame did these sentences happen? What do you think is the time frame
Ma'am,
did these
ma'am,
underlined sentences happen? Yes, who's
ma'am.
that?
Zarina
Is
po.
that yes, Sharina?
Recently po.
Recently, yes, you're right. These sentences happen recently because we use the word just to show an event or an action has been recently finished. Now, let's label the sentences. Will you read the sentence once again? Will you
Ma'am,
read the sentence once again? Yes, Lizelle?
I have just spent the entire morning working on the porch.
I here is what?
The subject,
Correct. And then the auxiliary verb used?
have,
Have. And then?
just.
Okay.
The
The
past
past participle
participle,
is
spent.
spent.
The rest of the sentence is the entire morning working on the porch.
Thank you. Very good. So how about the next sentence? Who wants to label it?
Kyla, ma'am.
Yes, Kyla.
He has just fallen asleep. The subject is he.
Okay.
Auxiliary verb has. Then just. The past participle is fallen. Then the rest of the sentence asleep.
Thank you. Very good. So how about the third sentence? Who wants to label it? The
Ma'am,
third sentence. Yes, Zari.
ma'am, the subject is I will read the sentence po, no? I have just seen a
Okay.
shooting star. The
Okay.
subject is I. The auxiliary
Okay.
verb is have, just, and then seen, the past participle of the verb, and then the rest is the shooting star.
Thank you. So that's nice. How about the last sentence?
Ma'am,
Yes, Lizelle.
he has just passed the exams. The subject is he. The auxiliary verb is has, just, and
Okay.
the past participle of the verb is past, and then the rest of the sentence is the
Okay.
exams.
Very good. So now, what do they have in common? What are the things that you have noticed in these sentences? Answers? What do they have in common? What are the things that you have noticed in these sentences? Anyone?
Ma'am,
Yes, Lizelle?
it all have the word just.
Okay, you're right. It has the word just, and where is it located?
In the middle of the sentences, ma'am.
You're right. Just is in the middle of the sentences. Another answer?
Ma'am,
Yes, Lizelle?
between the auxiliary verb and the past participle of the verb,
The auxiliary verb is located at before or after the word just?
before po.
Okay, before the word just. And then you also said earlier that the past participle of it all have the past participle of the verb. And where is it located?
After the word
After the word just.
After the word just. You're right. So that's nice. So what do you think is the pattern now?
Ma'am,
What do you
let me
think is the
try
pattern
po.
now? Yes, Zari.
Subject plus has or have plus plus just plus past participle plus the rest of the sentences.
Thank you. Very good. Again, will you repeat the pattern?
Ma'am, subject
Yes.
ay
Uh, will you repeat the pattern? Anyone? Will you
ma'am.
repeat the pattern? Yes. Is that Zari?
Yes po, ma'am. Subject plus have or has plus just plus past participle plus the rest of the sentence.
Will you repeat the pattern? Will you repeat the pattern? Yes, Kyla.
Subject plus have or has
Okay.
plus just plus the past participle plus the rest of the sentence.
Plus Okay, thank you. So in order to test if you really learned the lesson, let's have an activity. So in 1 minute, you just have to construct a sentence using the pattern that we have discussed. Okay?
Yes,
Are
ma'am.
we clear? Okay. The timer starts now. We can stop the timer if you're already ready.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you ready now, Lizelle?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll stop the timer. So you read your work, Lizelle?
We have
Will you read your
just...
work, Lizelle?
Okay po, ma'am. We have just finished our Mandarin
Okay.
classes.
So does Lizelle's sentence follows the pattern, Zari? Zari. Does Lizelle's sentence follows the pattern, Zarina?
Ma'am, again po, I've just reconnected po.
Does the sentence of Lizelle follows the pattern that we have discussed, Zari?
Yes po. Ma'am,
Okay,
can you
so what's
hear
the
me?
pattern again, Zari?
Ma'am, subject plus has or have plus just plus past participle
Okay.
plus the rest of the sentence.
Thank you. So will you read your work, Zari?
Amber has just watered the plants.
So does it follows the pattern that we have discussed, Kyla?
Yes,
Does
ma'am.
Sharina's work follows? Okay. So what's the
Yes,
pattern again,
ma'am.
Kyla?
Subject plus has or have
What's
plus
the pattern?
just plus past participle plus the rest of the sentence.
Okay, thank you. So will you read your work, Kyla?
I have just done my assignment.
Does the work of Kyla follows the pattern, Lizelle?
Yes, ma'am.
So will you repeat the pattern again, Lizelle?
Subject plus have or has plus just plus past participle and plus the rest of the sentence.
Wow, it seems that you really understood the lesson. And now here's your homework. On your homework, you just need to compose 5 sentences using the pattern that we have discussed. The due date is a day before our next meeting, and you just have to post your works in our Google Classroom. Altogether, what's the pattern again?
Subject
Altogether, what's the
plus
pattern again?
Plus has
have or has plus just
plus just
plus past
plus past participle
participle plus rest of the
plus
Okay,
the
and
sentence.
rest
then
of the sentence.
again, will you repeat the pattern? Lizelle,
Subject plus have or
will
has
you repeat?
plus just plus past participle plus the rest of the sentence.
Very good. Any questions?
None, ma'am.
None po.
None?
None, ma'am.
If that's the case, then that's the end of our meeting. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.
Thank you po.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you.